on the page, we do. Busunda is saying Busunda to do Edonu Enum, Anna, Yetum, Mabudan there, Musuna, Bosun, if you return the mode, Mizibia, Yetum, Yerism. Muslims will not be Abdallah, and Yeba Bushe, anyway. A man's Kasamsia for the Ghana Quanta. Tumtuba ndema pinye na otum na abone income Ghana ka otum yaji damaso na akwana obutum be damaso na oye sika wo otum na wo tia na pinye kakawo wudi ba ka chef isi na high school na pinye kakawo tine ya betene he abiri kisilundu ebobon ho komo na efi etum na ayeye debiara otu safre oye amayeku ndisifu na so yobi amomba nti yebo apere de biara MP fokote na wotum na oba na so to friends ya ta they will accept the won't come nti they will accept it of go to be say na chi etum na action so dem nti yemo mazu na fi yentwa na ma ma asumje etum na aba yesha aya Ghana pempensa na pay nkrata no bilim na sa baba da ba no from January to June ababa sonokono nazima na kaa wotumo ya akonsha ho no dosu ankasa each of the Ghana you were economy to bunya ba osene pefisi another ya bido ya tai kada sabunya ba ni hunde another bunya ba ni hunde kara akonsha no wa dosu papa na subunya ntumi mai na nazima wotumo another wonya aya akonsha no odoso ankasa each other odo itumi tana mora ozi asumuje akwana kosekose obuto no odeba from January to June 2025 nazima mako shewe tumi wonya ochese no road crash 7,289 dama suna oye kasa howa wa involve oye accident no so 12,354 Nazima washo honkwa ya 1,504 dama suna aho wotu mo pipia wo 8,300 each day pedestrians ayana yetu mi chuma kale tumina car tumo bahino another car wonya abutale nazima wotu chuma ya 1,301 each day you were equal to ankasa nti say amampayin na nodam outgo chance mama kwano do etumna ya asumje ayapese za na no yebo hona baado papa wa dama anama wotum na wotu yeda yosema baabi yeba opere nsa ka ofia no ebedo lezi atuma chance na zama na ya shin ko bonshunase.
My name is Honorable Eduamwa Ekopein Oche, Central Regional Minister, and I welcome you to Central Region Expo Tourism and Investment Fair, dubbed Central Expo 2025, which takes place at Adisada College Park, Cape Coast, from August 22 to August 30, 2025. Our region is known for tourism, education, and agro-business, and we are excited to showcase our achievement and opportunities here at Central Expo 2025. Over the years, the Expo has created opportunity for many small and medium-scale enterprises to showcase their goods and services to the outside world. In many cases, exhibitors have come from almost all corners of Ghana and outside Ghana and have maximized their sales and revenues. This Expo is a fantastic platform for us to connect with businesses, investors, and entrepreneurs from around the world. It is a chance for us to learn from each other and explore new opportunities. I invite you all to explore our region's exhibits and products, meet our entrepreneurs and innovators, and discover the many opportunities Central Region has to offer. We look forward to working with you and building a higher future together. For more enquiries, please call the Secretariat 0246 48 8830. Thank you and welcome to Central Expo 2025. My name is Honorable Eduamwa Ekopein Ochil, Central Regional Minister, and I welcome you to Central Region Expo Tourism and Investment Fair, dubbed Central Expo 2025, which takes place at Adisada College Park, Cape Coast, from August 22 to August 30, 2025. Our region is known for tourism, education, and agro-business, and we are excited to showcase our achievements and opportunities here at Central Expo 2025. Over the years, the Expo has created opportunity for many small and medium-scale enterprises to showcase their goods and services to the outside world. In many cases, exhibitors have come from almost all corners of Ghana and outside Ghana and have maximized their sales and revenues. This Expo is a fantastic platform for us to connect with businesses, investors, and entrepreneurs from around the world. It is a chance for us to learn from each other and explore new opportunities. I invite you all to explore our region's exhibits and products, meet our entrepreneurs and innovators, and discover the many opportunities Central Region has to offer. We look forward to working with you and building a higher future together. For more enquiries, please call the Secretariat 0246 48 8830. Thank you and welcome to Central Expo 2025.
Coastal TV, Jumedi for fire that by to Ubuntu. It's about development. They discuss issues of national concern, issues of central concern, matters that concern Central Region and Ghana. Ubuntu Sama offer Kepus, baby will be Ubuntu Sama offer. Or your one and Asadi, there or Sade or the Ubuntu, or the baby on a year in Fubana over Trasi. We are what the man. Or your one and Asadi, Dozin Puntu Baba Kepus, one and Asadi, Dozin Puntu Baba Central Region, one and Asadi, Dozin Puntu on Baba Gani Minara. Ubuntu Sama offer Kepus, baby will be Ubuntu Sama offer. Or your one and Asadi, there or Sade or the Ubuntu, or the baby. In the P and a Batinasi, women down of Yara. Live ever Coastal TV. Coastal TV, your own face, your own voice. No me yesi machara. Yesi macharo. Mewe. Vijita enya famudi. Yesi mi atu me yendu baby.
Yes, I actually have even engineer Nathan Dick, regional communication team member MPP and Cape Coast North Constituency Youth Organizer. And I'm pay he said to my camera, no by my paying, and then I'm seeing Ashes Kasamdo at two forcing. I'm telling the minority never be more about tourism. Good morning, engineer. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Happen ready.
I'm actually my experience into
Ebushafo ya hoye.
Member studio at no be an hoye.
Right. Yeah, you shall see that. Na aya Ghana, Henes Kasam, aya mid-year budget. Obaba Kenkara Meshabukufi. yɛhwɛ demonstrator don hwiri ebien from 2 to 4 or suddenly to 4 o'clock na wotum na we dem dwumezi sɛ yɛhwɛ dwumezi na sɛ ma ɔkɛ ma na ɔdɔɔso yɛfa nkɔkɔ na ɛbɛtum yɛayɛ yɛhwɛ mbɛhyɛ bagafo minority working out na our women no ye the more working out baba MC a yɛhwɛ dɛ working out ne sɛ baka ne sɛ ka ɔmayɛnti nyɛ nti ɛkɔ ne
ayi ma music kan minchia ahwɛfo a wɔhwɛ Coastal Television na minchia party fu na misanchia munyanu mendisi fo so so wakawa na ɔso minchia wonyina na minhwɛ party fu nkram dɛ dan memende ekidin kan na yɛn nkran komi ma ɔba yɛn dɛ yɛkɛ amendment wɔ yɛn constitution mu sesɛn wɔ yɛn buku a yɛdubu yɛ party nti akɔyɛ special myself I mean me gyina mu paa sɛ ba wɔ bia the age cap of the youth organizer the yɛn fambra 40 35 ekɔ grounds wɔn a yɛn na yɛn gyina mu paa dɛ dabi mfanko 40 no gyina 40 na dan na meka wo bi papa some should one of the clause also no constituency officers and supervise polling station elections. We should be doing Palma, and maybe I do my delegate. What's here, Casema, the Bobby. Until you know each other, Isha, I can amendment who Yadaba. Now, fast forward on the issue, what you can work out in the end penny being Sebekaya. Odzikan Abelkuma MP Oben yehu da kwana wofa wujidin ya kwana oya toatoa sab oya kwana oma kaduruma nkebi onkwanye oma obi back this said the dano scene what was your position at that time? Your position at that time I also walking out of parliament that my name is no moja. I'll provide that to use them. I mean, who because of MP now so. But today too, if say it will be our principles, I keep your principles. Today too, similar thing has also happened. Now your position has changed. Until me na kama and that then the year budgeting po cry. Until one of the procedures members of parliament offer what they register. One protest, one unity. But the question is, what baby said, what back and can a film, maybe you dream, ma yes, exhaustion is Kadusha, ma was spent so being leader or so, or dan yet now, members of parliament would think in somehow them Oma, young no one, yeah, exercise one of the tools. Parliamentarians who used to register work protest by working at almost all MPs or minority side in Washington too, because we think that no or a day or a black day issue more and then a day before Kobo Nama war the Yamusha why one there we could overwhelm majority in parliament until one thing is in market kibi. So if that is the case, why don't we leave the parliament for you? On short note, say now we don't see why our presence should be felt there. We feel or to register the protest of the minority.
But MCA, young workout na ko oye road network obugo zina obuto abere na keep Facebook easy to them na you missing you know the abana na che yetu na ya tide we are here no motu nti young ko na right
because the violence will be meted up to no other persons apart from you, the players. So it's something that we should take some time, and I want to urge the minority chief whip to let us stop today because we don't have time to do that. And our nation, in spite of what we're talking about today, are focused on hearing what the minister is going to tell us about the media review. Then we'll get enough time to handle your matter. Thank you so much.
Speaker, with respect, I will not on any day defy your authority. But Speaker, we have lined up a number of activities to back home our demands. And to the extent that these violence visited are not at home, we cannot be part of the presentation of the media budget. And to that extent, Speaker, to that extent, we are exiting the parliament and cannot be part of this process.
Autumn Gofie minority will pray since line there. A corner before that we are no I-90 police station no natural or that has cast out to that but nothing opinion or what to prepare na so when you to madam Mpempe but no that on to one call until you pray no be say here for a walk or the hokata call or yeah or man pay na so chief of staff or to the national or pay for who marina okay, was with the character because I'm on the church. Saint Tipokra will walk out. The walking out is part of parliament. And she said, into Yaja, will be maybe Arab, where will be maybe Arab into a parliament. She said, what to do into Damina Assembly. Yeah, for the road network project, yeah, about your engineer. No so obubai no munsam nti yan kwankoshe the road network yeah engineer ho na urban road na project there he understand the game nti MCR yan kwankoshe na yamba engineer.
An amount of 13.8 billion Ghana cedis was allocated in the 2025 budget for the Big Push program to be used for road infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, the Minister for Roads and Highways has spent the last 6 months of his time in office touring the whole country to assess firsthand the state of our roads. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Roads and Highways has undertaken studies and prepared comprehensive engineering interventions and cost estimates for roads projects across the program, across the country for the Big Push program. Right Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Finance has since issued commencement authorization for the following road infrastructure projects under the Big Push program. The Speaker, these are the following Big Push projects as approved by the Ministry of Finance. The Speaker, number 1, the construction of a new bridge on the Oti River at Dambai. Number 2, rehabilitation of Wahan Road. 3, upgrading of Tumu Hamile Road. 4, upgrading of Tumu Han Laura Road. 5, reconstruction of Navrongo Tumu Road. 6, rehabilitation of Techiman Nkonsia Wenchi Road. 7, rehabilitation of Wenchi Sola Road. 7, 8, Mr. Speaker, construction of Sunyani Outer Ring Road. Mr. Speaker, the construction of Kumasi Outer Ring Road, Eastern Quadrant. Mr. Speaker, the rehabilitation of Bintri Napanduri Road. Mr. Speaker, the rehabilitation of Dodo Pepeso and Kwanta Road. Rehabilitation of Achimpoku Esukuma Junction Road. Rehabilitation of Esukuma Junction to Enyinawase Road. Right Honorable Speaker, Enyinawase to Ho Titrenu Road. Mr. Speaker, we'll be upgrading the Akosombo Jakiti Kudikope Road. Mr. Speaker, we'll be upgrading Esukuma to Enumboso to Parliament Road. Mr. Speaker, Adome Bridge to Akomufre Road. We'll be upgrading Ho to Petoi Road. Mr. Speaker, rehabilitation of Petoi to Afiadenyamepa Road. Mr. Speaker, we'll be rehabilitating Penny to Aflao Road. We will be dualizing Winneba to Mankesim Road. We'll be dualizing Cape Coast to Takrade Road. We'll be rehabilitating Mankesim Ejumako to Aguna Swedro Road. Mr. Speaker, we'll be rehabilitating Tema to Aflao Road. Construction of Dodowa to Afenya Dowenya Road. Right Honorable Speaker, we will be upgrading the Oyibi to Apollonia Afenya Road. Right Honorable Speaker, we'll be constructing the Enchi to Elubo Road. We'll also be constructing the Dadieso to Akontombra Road. We'll be upgrading the Adwefua to Osekojokrom Road. And we will be upgrading the Enchi to Kojoru Penchi Road. And finally, Mr. Speaker, we'll be upgrading the Bediako Junction, Camp 15 to Sefi, Adobokrom Road. Mr. Speaker, as part of the Big Push program, we have also selected the following abandoned road project for which no dedicated funding was allocated for by the previous administration to be included into the Big Push program. Mr. Speaker, the project are as follows: upgrading of Kasua to Winneba Road, rehabilitation of Ofanko to Insawam Road, dual carriage. Right Honorable Speaker, dualization of Takrade to Aguna Junction Road. Mr. Speaker, the construction of Swami Interchange and local roads. Mr. Speaker, we'll also be constructing the National Route 18 from Wa to Han Road. And we'll be upgrading the Tumu to Chichiliga to Navrongo, including the construction of 36-meter span reinforced concrete over the Kenyibi River and 24-meter span reinforced concrete over the Bichirulu River. Right Honorable Speaker, we will be reconstructing the Navrongo to Sandema Road. Mr. Speaker, we will be rehabilitating the Tepa to Gosu Road, rehabilitating the Hohoi to Jasikan Road, and we will be rehabilitating Nkwanta to Oti Damanko Road. We will be reconstructing the Have to Hohoi Road, and we will dualize the Adenta Dodowa Road. Mr. Speaker, to conclude, we will reconstruct the Jenejene to Sampa Road. Right Honorable Speaker, in line with Section 33 of the Public Financial Management Act, and as part of this media fiscal review of the 2025 budget statement and economic policy, I am seeking approval for these multi-year commitments. Mr. Speaker, government has also initiated comprehensive feasibility studies for 4 projects which are currently at various stages of preparation, ensuring detailed assessment of their technical, economic, and environmental viability. Mr. Speaker, the projects are as follows. Project number 1, Accra Kumasi Expressway on a complete.
Right, that means I road is Ababaton, Cape Coast, Uniba, no Kenya, Wababa, his other, that shows the number.
Another mite offended budget maybe. Now, it remains 17 million for. Now, metete them aquani wabu boards be. And the payment on them there. Omar, a binoma. Wasted on money in budget. Now, the yepre ye bore on money. akwan a wobo dzini nya ya nyama ya akwan adadaw oye previous administration I start to be pro dadaw o ma say iba Cape Coast ha say ye kan akwan ho asam wo gwe ha say e kan ye MPP fuma na ye MPP fo ndzini ye ene na nsenya mpo manu kwenchira bokosem mo ye nkwenchira ene na nsenya wala wachira ba wa wu me bisia oye Mrs. Barbara Sheisi obey a member of parliament for Cape Coast North amo no kollo bi ma yen Sino Hydro project iba constituency ma the biggest road network yenya ko abra new town onye na wo nkan na mu sha my case do me be onye the fufu in our budget onye the fufu or there, I really didn't see the reason why it was a big push. Now, wasn't there? How are they going to fund the big push? The last budget working can say was a Mahama case. Now, this is the government or accusing the previous administration or accusing Leonardo Danko Akufo-Addo why cap some fundings be some scheme. It being health insurance, it being get fund, or both in the what cap those in Yemen. Today, Akufo-Addo capping by 15%. Today, Mahama is capping it at 20%. What's the Kenya Mahama case? What is Mahama case? In the case of annual budget, large budget, Robert can or review you. Mahama case, Omar, why don't you expand the scope of health insurance? That many capping for some capping part, maybe scamming if you got more in there, scam of a capping which is scam of a health insurance. Young man, a certain date you know, yet the job will be 50,000, it's okay. So, Obra, the man in Brodino Obra, the Kadabu Fat, let me tell Mahama case. Omar, this is something that's a trauma, it's gibberish. You know, in who, where, EDC and Ezeroko. It's an old wine in a new bottle. That's all. Oman, Aquania water once in Aquani. And then the obeys in the Ecowas road before. Aquania will Cape Coast to Accra. In the Ecowas road before. Our project was starting under the previous administration. You won't feel in Kerala. So what is the big push going to do? The same thing. Omar, the panel or contract or you. Let's team do not get abandon Sikibia from big push. I am with the big push in Buffalo or the budget is the very way that abandoned previous administration Koko has already moved up one year. Next, we should be big push there. Omar, want some trouble so and I will meet the pie in there. So what could be no or cancer in their chona. Once of the what's on the assess assessment. Yeah, proper assessment. This is nothing. But this is absolutely nothing because our panel of both central region, my mixing, so I can't enjoy my coordinate so be it. But Cape Coast to Takrady, the also dual carrying already. It is already under construction. I want you now. It's your very menu. Omar, me catch you a pan in wherefore, and people are pan iron, I am friend. Motuma show a quanny blue, fufu, go here, Cape Coast motor, and come up for you be. Omar, you show your water. Say if you are if you couple, let play your water, you have a fast stadium. I hope I am one tier go fufu, and that you can see, and there is access in another than Wakufa. Wait your man. We will be to see a protection. Omar, if you are protection, no local, quapo, now buffer farm. Never for Quendi or for airport, a protection airport, one. Omar, no, so I'm no one tier, look of bambus, no one. Today, under his excellency, another down Wakufa. In the fear protection for airport, a hotel, Chikaka. We try this up, quapo, no good. Omar, you saw Kuba. My children with the appointment abandon aye pa uma yesha ifi apuska amomuma sai ne preko biako ahamboboya oda be fa ATM never for car wo anasho fa ATM na abotufo car anoma kwano botuma ni bibi ya but today eko apuska ni ukese ya Downward Methodist Church abandon the twakwan za atwa vikesi biako ayambo abekesi 31st abandon ya Omar nkama yesho okuima if you approach karuko ATM carfu kokoro or on time road mini ukese abandon o fi abenim ogudu akosi ATM Omar mini ukese igwe first na you shabia police station ni mo ewon na odudo ya gudu amoso ya adubon very sure why this budget more women onya de fofo manyen Omar onya de fofo gbefo se akwana boko sam na se gbefo kuti ya hweda na no kan bi bebe ya tsabechen oba wo ya CMB Ukraine na yebo kuma na police station office ankofi akono nyimo moboa madam Priscilla Cheche no twa da mo kwana ndo kwana do ho madam no o twa kwana gudu azikafa nga wa sai bo wan kasawi o ma wo twa ko ya kafa DVL anke bu baka former constituency chairman ni fini wa de ko DVL madam ya na do na main road pressure da bo nti madam no ma fi wo ye reshaping wo twa kwana oda KFM chiri the baba for me brother Pablo no the to main road o madam Christian Church na sanu ma in that case o abelu town o ba he NPP ye bio ai mo sha kan wan sama in the budget ya so me nda biti akono come to look at this aya no mu de riche and the john ton na madam woman in the road dey kumutwetwe woman in the road dey kumutwetwe ina ni mo to bida nti kinyen de bi mana ofale da o ya je kasama o ma when it comes to road and akwana wo policy wo and the mid year budget mu na o ya dada san o ya kohwesem because akwana la NPP abana start wole ye da o ya hybrid ya da ugudo construction ugudo wole so ina the fufu no me
to dual carrot into the
same dual carrot contract awarded one year contract was set on here into the big push and that some of the kind of parliament will be the thing is under construction. One of the heritage projects in project are abandoning by heritage. One of them is that good. I will do away. It was project we will do away. And the previous administration not done for the way. No matter show up, share up to scale Kuyalampu. Abayi ni so Cape Coast North Omar I am it now one no you not it because the last Akufado's government Omar Ejuma Akufado abani ye to Cape Coast North abani bi ayi go Cape Coast North Omar in there bo se bi Akufado bi share constituency by Cape Coast North be yet one of them one constituency, one warehouse. Same way you heard it. See, you communicate, a futu communicate, on left hand side. Chap your watching, because this one. Omala in there 1 million to every constituency. In the Cape Coast North, in Zakayedi. Mincho will do the other. Mincho will. If Abraham do school, drain the man of that school, we feel. Ofi. Nkami guy where macho ndazi woni I really one the buy from the school to be such a good small drain children akam mama children akam ya da besina da ko akoto bebewe ibi so ya Priska Culvert bridge ishi one but 1 million every constituency be kabo so bi na mun choma. He said, yes, Cape Coast North, His Excellency the President. What shall say? They are share, you know, chip compound. na catch on ayi na bo don't move he nya chip compound Cape Coast no ye chip compound ye index for polyclinic me too. So sometimes when I sit down and why we lost this election in Cape, especially Cape Coast North, I ask myself why. Is it that because we have no justification in losing Cape Coast North? Go and see the so-called chip compound. It's like a polyclinic. Go there and see. We almost completed a full chip of what they see.
In January.
Oh, listen, almost. Omar, go there and see. Omar, Cape Coast Technical Institute. Now, share tools in Zama, TVET, under the previous, there were 15 electoral areas. Omar, all the 15 electoral areas, Mutumatuna, Chawaza, MPP, all the 15 electoral areas in Cape Coast North. But sometimes I sit down and say, it's this budget, this budget of, it's an old wine, no, they will new bottle more than that's all.
Yeah, that's a view. It's
that's reality.
You're sure that the payment government will to lower nti ɛntia yɛhwɛ sinapu yɛnkɔnkɔ hwɛ yɛ abɛnyini ɔhɔ na ɛbɛ bisa no aba no wɔtwe dɛm sike ne nyinaa no na yɛnkɔnkɔ hwɛ yɛ a wɔtumi na wɔtuatwa no no bi yɛ ɛwu sɛ nyini ɔdɛ and comparison he will do and explain things to you nti yɛnkɔnkɔ hwɛ ɛnu nso no kom yɛnkɔ ɛntia.
Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to inform this House that we have paid all nursing and teacher training allowances from January to June 2025. Right, Honorable Speaker, from the end of this month, July 2025, all nursing and teacher trainees will receive their allowance promptly at the end of every single month. Mr. Speaker, I'll now move to the conclusion. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker. I conclude this media fiscal policy review.
We have other business. It's not only this one.
Right, Honorable Speaker. I conclude this media fiscal review with renewed hope and optimism. The last 6 months have revealed our enduring spirit, what we can collectively achieve, and our potential to rise from the brink. Upon assumption of office in January this year, we were handed an economy in deep distress, a country with dispirited citizens. Trust and faith in our leaders were at all-time low. The fundamentals were not only weak, but broken. Mr. Speaker, and the misery and suffering were palpable. Mr. Speaker, in just 6 months, in fact, under 200 days, under the decisive leadership of President John Mahama, we have begun to change the story. Mr. Speaker, President Mahama's economic management model is working. The turnaround is in sight. Mr. Speaker, the signs of economic progress are visible and measurable. Mr. Speaker, first quarter economic growth is at 5-year high.
Right, we don't want teachers allowance, which I feel so that Obaji and those are like a Obaji. Your input.
Why Kofudia was some kind of moti. And there, Obesha brother, which you are first years full fees. No, what the Mumkum they do with you, and the one you first year full fees in full. They've just paid the tuition fee of the first years. I'm going to our in your access, and access the portal. You are not part of it. We want to access to the portal. Not all of them have been paid. I'm not surprised that all can be. And then nursing training, teacher training, one association president about today. It is not true that when they want come, what they want come over 2-3 months salary allowance or the one. It is for me. The most of you, Umar, said, "No, so many young people want. If we go far, we are at the Dafu. When go for about cancer for work or warrior for free. For me, and saying there, good chairman, I work, send them the essence of it. Really the importance of paying allowances to training colleges and nursing trainings are. Who am I? I mean, I wish Ghana well. It is when the nurse will get the Ajawa tree. No was the Bayard for free. Namely, when we Akufa started to train. I am a catcher of what Akufa will train in a room. My catcher will be there. Half a loan is better than what? None. Maybe 10,000, no 1 million, 5,000 is better than 1 million to cry. You are a quick comment. Don't go for that.
What is it on the prize? Only that sheriff officer Sanda or say I bill no first of 46 at 25 cities. You call sanitary part in Abutaboko. Sanitary part 25 cities, part will be 15 cities. Okay, yes, no awesome. 120 Ghana cities of 1 paint bucket. Of onion 120.95. A brown 1,600. Aya Kotoku 6,450. 115 Ghana cities POP cement 690 Ghana cities. Iron rod 9,400 now 7,500. 1,200. It's no
cosmetic prices on the bill. Now I am market to Jumaku. I could be said the not the budget. Enforcement road. You see, don't compare to NPP.
In terms of the parliament,
Omar, say a comparison, you are not being fair to Ghanaians.
Comparison is part of communication or presentation.
No, Omar, who presentation, who comparison. Comparison there every year to compare to the previous administration should be a better improvement on the people. For your interview, CB. Interviews was $1 now was $1 now was before me. In the one so one. Apart from that, we have one access to dollar. One fan crowd when you mean fair with children than open. I have a problem. When I get to the iron rods 9,000 is 1,900 of enforcement or something, so 1 ton will go sign. So if it is so, no, actually also have to have 1,700. And do you think that we are okay if even it is true? No, how was it? Only until what that come and improve on it. If I say, or they say, and a reduction at people, or only reduction on what in general, you claim that I had. One moment, then prices it. A brother can answer bag and another full bag. Omar, I will be able to give you.
Also, was one sack.
One sack of what?
Rice.
Of which corn, maize.
Maize.
Which one sack?
Thousands and then tomato
The
basis.
sack. Is it antobag? You want antobag? No. You want antobag with full one to kutuku. You want full bag. It's a hint in order.
Only one sack. One sack.
Which of the sack? You want which of them? One of the politicians. No, he was in a hurry to do propaganda with it. We do bunch of. In the dollar now, the food now, in the business guys in this country, we are dollar you could be. People they are taking 14 cities. And you are in a hurry, you need money to do your business. That is what we are doing as a country. Why? You did the same thing. You had a calculator in that book, in that capo, one city. That's a woman in that capo, one city. But MC, or in Katsina, sister station, or challenge that time, no capo, one city. Also, that would be more control. The first one and we talk capo, one city, because studio with the capo. So why in the dollar no was so Mr. Government is not spending. That is why the dollar over multi. Today no can was some but the people are be taxing will be trained I the or taxing we are like this we are this. In that call Abubushi call Cantonto call maybe what transport what's the dollar we be put a part of the system no one can hear. And in all, under the budget, okay, and there, we reduce the servicing of our debt. Net or attributed previously it was around 163 billion. In the upper 113, in fact almost 114 billion. And he attributed this to the exchange rate. Omar, back to the question, even if this was studio had it, and you see even I didn't know 1 year towards the changing of exchange rate, towards the reduction of exchange rate. What were they on? If you say I was like, or what time I didn't know exchange rate dollar now before. Omar, the previous administration led by Nana Dankwa prudent measures. Makamutu Makachuma, I want to one car, what's for one time. One of them, I did have a permission, I'm a mobile account. In there, offshore transfer, $1 to $1 account. $1 or bank, never to account. That's the offshore account now. In Kenya, we're 6%. 1 year the money just to make sure that Nkofo were attracted to buying dollars and saving them in their foreign accounts. The previous administration. And then there were more for family. So you see, about they don't inherit the good things of NPP. What about who was order? Who for force the cocoa spring? Which of the one wants to be inherited? If it's some policy because you're inheriting if you want. What do you mean? NDC don't have any inherited project policy NPP fail.
The government is continuation.
Where credit is due, you give it. Missing there, help cocoa. There were almost 600 tons of cocoa a year. You get the man under President Kufuor or the cocoa spraying or the bed and cocoa pruning of cocoa. We lost power in 2008-2009 cocoa season. Cocoa production, quite how to do 1.2 million tons. They inherited it. That mama care, in your health insurance, no what happened 20% or that kind of mama care. A policy health insurance by President Kufuor. So for me, that dollar a year Wama, yes, KJ, or you're still a policy of the previous administration, and then why they inherit. When the woman was starting watching dollars or Yasi. You know it, you're check dollar where you're saying a witness in Hubi. What could you ask for the dollars or the dollars? Or the dollars in what they check? I'm telling you that this more with you. Some messages are your cosmetica. Even the deficit, important to one can be. Deficit also 40.5 billion. If you show the answer, it is between 50 to 60 billion deficit. But I'm going to abroad, budget no. It is a no code. Many young there, you don't agree on who you are so. Now this government give them 2 years. You go to a proper assessment of this John Dramani Mahaman's government.
Able to a proper assessment of the assembly members are able to have the allowance to MCR, if you have it, just briefly, Nefi and Miracle, it's a young crowd, you could say, the minister
of Eurobond obligations has been paid. An amount of 10 billion to domestic bondholders has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 2.9 billion Ghana cedis to the District Assembly's Common Fund has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 2.7 billion Ghana cedis to the Social Security and National Insurance Trust has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 9.1 billion Ghana cedis to the energy sector for stable power supply has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 5 billion Ghana cedis of arrest has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker, an amount of 4.6 billion to the Ghana Education Trust Fund has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 1 billion Ghana cedis to the 6 billion Ghana cedis to the National Health Insurance Scheme has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker, an amount of 1.4 billion for the National Health Insurance claims has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 252 million for vaccines and essential medicine has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 72.8 million Ghana cedis as capitation grant has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 895 million to the school feeding program has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker, an amount of 477 million to the LEAP beneficiaries has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 122.8 million for BECE registration has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 300 million to the no-fee stress policy has been paid. Right, Honorable Speaker, an amount of 191.7 million Ghana cedis as teacher training allowances has been paid. Mr. Speaker, again, an amount of 462.6 million as nursing training allowances has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 25 million as assembly members allowance has been paid. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 21 million Ghana cedis for national apprenticeship program has been paid.
Right, that means 25 million Ghana cedis have been paid to the assembly members. Ghana.
Assembly members, assembly members will come. So if they have been paid, or done
a process.
It's a movie or that can be someone.
Or a process.
It's a some case you don't use it and come and see them.
Use within budget, definitely. However, has been paid to the local government.
It's actually Mr. Geoffrey can be said has they been paid.
Local government, we have a sector, we have offices.
Sometimes I go down the academy and I am Kenya. Most of the service to Ghanaians. When they disappointed in
what kind of disappointment?
They paid money to assembly members. The money has been paid to local government too. And an ongoing process what has been paid to assembly members.
It's okay. Road network has been paid. Not your contractor is going to
It's the process of paying contractors. No, it's a process. But have been paid means they have paid them.
Yeah, I've been paid and tell a person
paid
to the assembly members. He mentioned this as well.
Assembly members. Oh man, NDC for it was a baby I am chair. Also come but the money to Kusufeni. Yo, so as well I was a senior bar. Can I have a
now then has a budget to who? I've been paid to local government.
So see, I've been paid to local government. Yes, can you feel like that? No, yeah, you don't watch him there. Ongoing. The next time, they have paid. Now, every more some of them have received this amount. 1,500 for say, what's on, taxation, what's on. The Muslim, assembly they don't receive 1,500 as monthly salary. They say also could be account to ADB, if I'm right. But up to date, no assembly member have received 1,500. But you sit in parliament and media review to tell them that have been paid. Have been paid what?
I went to the Kelly now somehow come and could MPP or Congress in the to just be able to offer. He said, are you sure that people are agitating? The other was also absurd. Still now, the same candidates now actually are out to more favor.
That's why working on it's not true. The party you are acquainted there, National Council, yes, it's an approach to elections. And we are still within the same. Also, you are minimum election 1 year, 2 election. So your position in fear game to election. Now in fear the calculation is that the minimum argument will be somewhere in December. Yeah, in December, the following December is 1 year, then the following December is 2 years. Now the constitution among dates in that year, it is a year from January, we have January to December.
This year?
Next year, okay. To conduct the presidential elections. In the presidential council thought it wise that whoever you have the party, the most important thing of the day are the presidential elections. It's mainly presidential elections mean few. Maybe we are subsequent elections. You may be down to top approach. Party for me want say NDC communicators and what I get party for what say the party master which one. There are a lot of constitutional reforms.
We'll come back another time.
In the communication officer or the elected position. Now today you can say your office in elections and research. Today your research go and do research in Cape Coast North why we lost the election. In the history of this constituency. You see MPP you see and any other political party you see election more than 6,000, more than even 2,000 in this constituency. These are works of research officer. One, in fair locating constituency in 2012, Dr. Mrs. Tabani against lawyer Bartolomeu, the difference was 1,300 plus. Fast forward, 2016, Barbara Sheisi against Kobia Champion. Also 3,000 plus. No put 3,000 no difference. 3,000 plus. Now, Barbara against Raga in 2020 was also 1,300 plus. Come again. Now, fast forward 2024. Horace Ekowewusi against Raga. We lost a difference of 6,000. So this is the work of a research officer. Why? You have been examining your courses. Do you know that before the election I knew we are losing Cape Coast North? Remember Cape Coast is a sister station, so I'm more fact and figures. If you are fighting the university community, you are fighting with university communities. If you are fighting with the people of Abra, these are your strong areas. Meanwhile, your opponent your opponent is consolidating the vote with no strong areas. Instead of you to consolidate your vote in your strong areas, you've left your strong area and you are going around. So these are the work of a research officer. Then elections affair. Our issue other reports is that, but how are we going to work on the research union to favor us? Research I did a million power. Then we are losing AAK, we are losing Infantiman. There are certain seats there in Luciana or in Yukaka. Gomwan Central, we said it in our research, we are losing Gomwan. As for Aguna East, Aguna West, you see me before you go to when you have a candidate fighting with that info. Candidate fighting with the executives. You've lost the election in advance. Kaswa is where was the surprises came. Yeah, research you can the people see until how as will be all year moving a general